Do you wish your miniatures could be transported and stored safely and easily without issue? Are you tired of foam trays? Has this ever happened to you? Then you should try magnets. Introducing magnets, the magical material that will shackle your miniatures to this earthly plane without fear of falling or being lost. How do they work? I don't fucking know. Try magnets. Hi folks, I'm Gino the Painting Acolyte, and today I'm going to show you the perfect magnets to use for the bases of your miniatures. There's a lot of options when it comes to storing and transporting your miniatures. Foam trays, double-sided tape, letting them loose in a Tupperware, but in my opinion, the best and most powerful solution available to you is magnets. How do magnets work?
Magnets, how do they work?
I don't know, science magic probably, but they are the perfect tool to keep your miniatures safe and secure. The key to magnets is simple. Use a base that has a hollow bottom, glue that sucker down, and you're good to go. But which magnet to choose? There's so many sizes and options. Which one's the right one for you? Lucky for you, I have the answer. The first secret is the best place to buy magnets, K&J Magnetics. They're not sponsoring this video. I just love the site and use it for all of my magnet-based needs, and I think everyone else should know about this site. I learned about it from some other YouTubers, and trust me, it's perfect for anything that you might need for magnets related to your miniatures, or any other hobby that might involve magnets. I don't know what you do. It's your life, I'm not a cop. However, they have so many options, and it's kind of impossible just looking at it to figure out which one is right for you. Thankfully, on their site, there's this awesome select the size chart when it comes to their magnets. From here, we can choose the height and width of our magnet. But there's so many options still, and these are a lot of numbers and a lot of letters. What does this all mean, Gino? Well, because I'm super deliberate about this stuff, but also incredibly lazy, I wanted to find the perfect magnet that worked for Games Workshop bases, that didn't involve using any green stuff, stacking up any plastic or paper underneath the magnet or anything, just gluing the magnet to the base at its bottom and being done with it. If the magnet that you're going to use is too small, too short, then it might not make a strong connection between the base of the miniature and your storage solution of choice. It might slip and slide when you're transporting it, it might fall over, it just won't do. And if it's too tall, it would make the miniature stick out and it would be uneven, especially if you're playing on a flat surface battle mat or terrain or anything like that. You'll make it all wobbly-tobbly and it just doesn't look right. It's just unacceptable. Okay, now, either of these might be perfectly fine if you don't care too much. And you know what, that's fine, but I'm doing all this work for you anyway, so you might as well take advantage of my wisdom. A while ago, I ordered like 10 different sizes of magnets using this website, and it's select the size chart. The diameter that you're choosing doesn't really matter, that just determines how wide the magnet is. The wider it is, the stronger the connection will be, but since I don't tend to put my minis in the dryer on tumble dry or anything like that, we don't need like an adamantium seal between our storage solution and our bases. We need something that's nice and strong, but not too strong. They don't need to be Loctite. You still need to be able to remove them from your storage solution when you want to play your games. The thickness is the real X factor when it comes to this site. This is the height of the magnet, how much it sticks out from a base, or it doesn't at all, how it fits into your base. So I went and found a magnet that had a diameter available in a lot of different thicknesses. There were some that I knew would be too small or too big. So I found a good selection, ordered a handful of each size, and when they got here, I literally went through the tests on some bases and tried them all together next to each other. This is kind of a waste of money, but even magnets that I don't end up using for my miniature bases, I can use for other things with the miniature hobby. Maybe if I want to use them on terrain to magnetize that terrain, maybe if I want to magnetize different options for miniatures, anything that I didn't end up using for bases, I kept around because there's probably something that I'll end up using it for. Plus, it would end up saving me a lot of time and frustration and money in the future when I knew which is the perfect one to get and I only needed to order that. And lo and behold, the perfect magnet size. K&J's D3H1, a 1/10 of an inch in thickness and 3/16 in diameter. Again, the diameter doesn't matter too much, but I found that this size is a really nice combination of sturdy and good connection, while also being easy to remove from my storage solution without, having to get out some elbow grease and a wedge to pry that thing off. The 1/10 of an inch thickness size is the perfect size for a standard Games Workshop base. It's almost flush with the base rim, so it creates a strong connection, but it doesn't stick out on the table. One magnet works perfectly for most miniatures and bases, but with larger miniatures and larger bases, sometimes I glue 2 or more magnets to the base, and that's that, the perfect magnet. Now, it may not work perfectly for every single miniature base from every single company. You'll have to do some extra steps like drilling holes out if you've got full, filled-in bases, but in my personal experience, this workhorse magnet works for 95% of all of the bases that you'll ever need to use. I'll include a link to this specific listing on K&J Magnetics so that you can pick up some of your own. And if you find that you've got bases that are either taller or shorter than regular Games Workshop bases, I'll also include a link to the select a size chart on their website so you can experiment on your own. Again, not sponsored, but this site is great and I buy all of my magnets from there. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you have any other magnet size recommendations, any other storage solutions that you use, other things that you might use magnets for, or that you might store your miniatures or transport them with, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. In a future video, I'm going to talk about storage and transport solutions for containers for keeping all of these magnetic miniatures in, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you next time. Stay well and take care. Bye-bye.